Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement. Hello again, St. Lucia. Welcome to the program, Agriculture on the Move. I am your host, Philip Sidney. Today we are discussing again, or the continuation of a program, St. Lucia Census of Agriculture and Fisheries. As you are well aware, every 10 years we are reviewing where we are as far as activities in agriculture and fisheries. It's long overdue this time around. I think the last one we had was almost 17 years ago, I was told. So we are long overdue for an agriculture and fisheries census, which is supposed to start in January 2025. However, we had a pilot census, and of course, the theme is Agricole Ekpesh and nous compter. Nice one, I love it. But with me are two persons who were involved in the pilot census, and with next to me is Anna Clement, a Clesensory, who was an enumerator at that pilot census, and Mr. Patrick Moore, who was also on that program. Welcome to the program, people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, Ms. Clesen, I would like to start with you. What was the objective of that pilot census?
It was to sensitize farmers in the beginning so that you know it's coming up. So we had to at least sensitize a few farmers for the upcoming general census. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And when did it begin?
It was on the...
But how long did it?
Oh, it just took us about a week or two to do. So
Okay.
some people were... That's why we had a little extension, because some people, could not find sometimes the person they send them to, so they had to do somebody else.
Okay.
So it took us, but it was a very good...
Okay. So were you all trained before you went out?
Yes, we trained. We trained for 4 days.
4 days?
Yes,
Oh,
4 days.
Okay. So tell us about your experience out there. You went out there, you met people. I know years ago we had a form to fill. Now I know it is more computerized kind of thing.
Yes,
So tell us about that.
It is on the tablets. It is on computer. You do it. It's very formative. It is faster. It is better. If it's raining, you have no problem because you have the device. It's much better, and you go stage by stage in it.
Okay.
You click to the other page, which is very good. The experience is very good, better than the paper, I find.
Okay, great. Mr. Moore, what was your experience?
Well,
is it your first time?
This was my first census, so it was a bit nerve-wracking at first, but actually it was actually a pleasant experience.
Okay.
Most of the persons I went to were quite receptive, and I kind of thought that it would have been, people would have gotten bored. Toward the end, they did get bored, but generally speaking, people were receptive. They answered the questions to the best of their ability. So I think it was a pleasant one. I think if I can base my judgment based on what we did, I think it will be a good one in 2025.
Okay.
The actual census will be.
All right. But based on the questions that you asked the farmers and the fishers, did you find some of them, or did they find it very boring? Was it too long? Was it appropriate? In anything in that regard?
Well, no one told me anything about being inappropriate or anything like that, but I guess some people were a bit skeptical because I think whenever people see questions that have been asked from government, they always believe that there's some ulterior motive. You know, so they guard themselves, especially when it comes to land tenure and so on, because they're afraid that, you know, the information that they give out can be used against them. So, you know, you have to put them at ease by letting them know that that information is not for the purpose of, you know, getting them to lose their land that they're working on or anything like that.
Or anything
taxes
like
on,
that.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you? I mean, did you get any feedback, negative feedback from the
No,
persons?
in the beginning you would think, well, they would say it's lengthy, but as you go along with my experience, I explained to them, it is very important that I gather that information, and that information can be used for a number of things. A number of them farmers getting trained in whatever they are not trained in, like pesticide management and different things. So as you go along, you jog them on what is the necessity of the census and the questionnaire. So in the sense, like you in the classroom, you'd think it would be longer out, but I know in the classroom and out there is different. And as you go along with the questionnaire, the next one, you are more familiarized with it, so it bring you, well, I do a Fisher, and the Fisher flows very well, although it's a little lengthy, but as long as they know what they're about, they know everything, it is very good. It takes just about 30 minutes. 30 minutes to do one. Yeah, because as you go along, you get familiarized with the questionnaire, so you know what's coming next.
So in your opinion, do you all believe that, okay, the questions that you have now, you can go into the main census with it without any changes?
Yes, it needs some changes because some are repeatable, some were repeatable, and some were not relevant. Because, say like, I asked a farmer what he does. If he doesn't do anything with his crop, he don't do coconut oil, he don't do nothing so. So that question was there, it did not have a none, or you know, where you could, and it would erase. So it's just a little change. It's not much, just a little changes. Some little changes you need to do. But the question itself is not, for me, it's not too long.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Moore?
Yeah, well, the questions are good, but there are a few areas, obviously, that, because that's why you had a pilot, to go out there, and as you go out there and you feel what's going on the field, then you can make changes. There are a few questions, like she was saying, that it doesn't give you the option to, if you say no, to just end it there. It will still ask you for the information that it wanted anyway. So, and that has to be changed. We've already mentioned that to the other persons, so they'll get that changed. Yeah, so still just a few questions. They are repetitive, and so they'll be looked at.
So have you all done the evaluation already on that?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yeah,
We had a discussion on Monday with Ms. Rufina Paul.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there will be changes.
There will be.
Yes, they took it because what we were doing in the field was to jot down whatever is there so that they can get the correct, they can correct it. So we took the information and they are going to correct it.
But coming from the people that you all questioned, do you, how did they accept it? I mean, was there any negativity? Did you get the sense that they didn't want to give out information in any way?
Well, they will ask you, what is in it for me? Because that's the kind of question farmers ask quick. What is in it for me? They didn't find it was too long, but they was just asking, what is in it for me? Because I'm not seeing anything happening over and over. They have been coming and nothing is happening. So you have to tell them, well, sometimes you don't see it yourself immediately. Plus, sometimes it is for everybody. It's not. It might not be for you. Generally, it might be generally for everybody.
Okay.
You know, but then they ask, and you know. So in some senses, you have to tell them, well, things have been given. Farmers have been given fertilizer in the past, water tanks. So there is something in it for you. And if you give information, they will know where you're at and what you need and what needs to be done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree with Anna, for sure. Farmers are always skeptical whenever they see people come and ask questions. And so I remember, for example, I interviewed a fisherman, and that's the first question he asked. What's in it for me? Questions are, you understand? And you know, you have to explain to them that you may not see it now, but the information you give me will be used by the ministry, to put
plan the
programs, programs in place. So you could benefit you and others.
In areas where you find that maybe the farmer or the fisher wasn't able to answer the questions in terms of understanding whether you asked it in Creole or in English, were you able to get maybe his children or his wife or to give that kind of support? No?
Yes, with some, because some of them, the wife was sitting there. One of them, the wife was sitting there with him, but he is versed in English, so he could understand what I was saying. But again, if they cannot understand, you have to turn the question around. You have to give it to them in some other ways. And I mean, I'm experienced over 30 years, so I know how to go around and asking it to them in a different form. Yes, so it was not difficult to bring it to them. But in that case, if there is a child, a son or a daughter that can explain to them while we're doing it, it's a plus for us.
In terms of the accuracy of the information coming from them, did you find it where they were holding back information from giving you the correct information?
Yes, I got one like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I got one. And even the telephone number was not right. And
so what you think? What do you believe that why did that happen?
Because they are not like trusting. They are saying everything they come and because sometimes the amount of cattle they give you, the area and probably there is more. And even the telephone, because I did not get the NIC number, and I went back to call, but somebody gave me the right telephone number, but I did not call her, because if she didn't give it to me, I wouldn't take it. So, because it's her opinion. In that case, it's your opinion.
Right.
So you leave it alone. You take what they give you. You cannot force them.
Right. But then you would know for a fact
yes,
the information is...
But you bring it back to the relevant authorities to let them know.
Okay.
You put a comment saying that you know that the fact some of the information was not right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And when it came to the farmer's holding his land, where he had many parcels and he had, for example, 3 crops, did you get any difference in terms of whether it was correct?
We got that. Because a farmer will tell you, I have 1 acre of land. And then when he gave you the number of 3 crops mixed and everything, it's not making sense. It's not tallying. So you have to go back and ask it to him in a different way, and you're checking it's not right. Because if you tell me you have 1 acre of land and you have 6,000 banana trees, that cannot be. Because an acre is just about 700. So you cannot have. Yeah. So that question is out of the line. So
but do you believe that he didn't understand?
Yeah,
or he don't know, or he just deliberately give you the wrong information?
I think they didn't know, because they will give it to you and say, the amount of trees money, this payment go money, things like that, the amount of coconut trees, mango trees. So it is not right.
Okay.
So then you have to ask him, come pay fig uni like, come pay cocoa ni, because some of them will not be accurate.
In terms of the household, Mr. Moore, in terms of occupancy, did you get any problems in giving the accurate number of maybe male children and anything like this?
Well, I'm not in a position to tell you yes or no, because the experience that I had, the persons that we spoke to, I spoke to, most of them, for example, one farmer told me it was he and his wife, they have no children. I had no way of ascertaining whether he's right or wrong.
Right.
So the fisherman, I know he has grown kids, but he don't live with him, because I know that fisherman personally.
Right.
So the information I was given for me personally, I feel it was good.
Okay.
I feel it was good.
In terms of publicity, do you believe that enough publicity was given so that the persons that you're going to in the various areas were aware of the census?
No.
Nope. No, that's one area.
To publicize it was not enough for the time.
So what do you believe moving forward to the main census that we should do?
Well, we recommend different things. Flyers in the shops. We recommend a roadshow. A roadshow is very good. Everybody doing it, the census, general population census had roadshows. So a roadshow, putting it in every health centers, even the schools. They can give flyers and give the children flyers to bring to the homes. Things like that. You put it in shops and give some flyers, you, me, him. We can give out some of the flyers to people.
What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, definitely, I agree with her. Adding to that also, for example, the media.
Yeah.
We have to use the media. Well, Jukebox is no longer there, but Hot FM, the nightly program, I guess farmers are tuned into that most times. So that's one way. The television, just bombard the public with it through the media, whether it be social media or television media, just use that to sensitize people, because most persons are not aware that census is coming.
Even the billboards.
Right.
A billboard.
That's right.
Yeah, you put it different places. You put one in Ancillary, one to the airport in Viewfort, close to the airport, where people can read it. So you have even though you're driving, you can still see. You can still see it. So the billboards are very important too. Yeah, you put it in different places.
But one of the things I have realized, also you can add to that, is using the churches.
Yes, the churches.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, and that to me has that impact on a
Yes, the
Sunday or
churches.
Saturday, all
Yes.
the churches.
Yes.
So when you went to them, they said to you, they were not aware of that at all.
Some people know. They do not know.
Okay.
No.
So moving forward, we definitely
We
have
need to advertise.
Advertise,
Need
yeah.
to sensitize them.
We don't have much time, so we have to
Yes.
we have to do.
Have to start
quickly as possible,
sensitizing
so-
them.
Okay. So publicity is one, then the organizing the questionnaires.
Yes.
So that will be the next thing to have, or is that
It's
a
happening
dynamic
already.
process. It's already
Yes,
happening.
it's
Yes,
already
definitely.
Okay.
And another issue we had was, since it's technology now, no longer the paper, like you were saying, is now tablet. We had some issues with the tablet being out in the field. For example, we were supposed to use the maps. So you identify the respondents through the map.
Right.
The household.
The household, of course, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most persons, their map didn't work. So you had to basically go into the community and try to locate those individuals.
Okay.
So,
So how it was done? It wasn't done from a house to house basis?
No, because it was the pilot. So we use statistics
Right.
based because they use the enumerator's district number.
Yeah, the EDs. Yes.
Yeah, the ED number. So you have 11501. So you go there and but they did it easy. But the people who was not getting the map, for me, I got it. I don't know if because I'm experienced. I got it. I even got it for some people. But for me, I never had a problem with the map. And they make it easy. They point the house to you. They point it. So if it was house 26, it was point. You just had to put a point on it and save it.
Okay.
So it was very easy. It's very easy in that sense. So they're going to, I guess they are going to do it throughout the census. Yes, so the houses have numbers and you go there and you have also the, when you put on the cursor, it tell you exactly where you at. So you will see it has that large circle, so you know you are standing right there. So you are by the house. It's very easy. It's not something that is hard to locate the houses or anything. It is easy. You can point. So you just have to put your point because they already put it, and you just have to point it where it will give you the point, and you save it.
Okay.
So it was easy.
And
But some people did not get the map. That was the problem.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So you have the map and you have the GPS. So you have to take the GPS and you have to point in the map.
Okay.
Yes.
You had the same problem?
Yeah, well, I had a problem with my map. My map didn't work.
Okay. Why was
So,
that?
I'm not sure. Something to do with the software, because there are some issues with the actual
Yes.
software, the program.
Okay.
So we're working on that right now. So that will be rectified by January.
In terms of confidentiality, did you find any issues with people say, not wanting to give information, you know, in terms of trusting you?
Yes, and well, the thing is, first of all, you have to go there and identify yourself, read the introduction to them, let them know everything they tell you, it is confidential, it is only between me and you, because we take an oath of secrecy, and this is very serious. You cannot go out there and give people information about anybody. So it is very, very important that you tell them it is confidential between the two of us. It is very confidential. So we cannot leak it out. And usually I tell people the information I gather from you there. When I leave you, I know nothing about it again because I sync, I synchronize, and it's gone. I don't know nothing.
So you send it back to
via
base?
to the place.
And then you don't have it anymore?
No, we don't have it. When it's sync, you have it no more.
Okay.
It's synchronized and you have it no more. The only thing you will get, if you have a mistake or you need to correct, they will send it back to you to correct and send it back. That's the point. So you have to let them know it is between the two of us.
Okay.
We don't leak it out because we can get ourselves in court.
Serious trouble, yes.
Serious trouble for leaking out your information. Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing for you,
Yeah.
Mr. Mo?
Yes.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay.
Because, I mean, we took an oath.
Yes.
We signed an oath
Yes, an oath.
in front of a JP. So that's how serious it is. So, I mean, if you leak out that information, that's serious repercussions for the interview.
Okay, that's very, very, very good. Because you see, there is that trust between you and the farmer. And if you do not gain that trust, you will not get the correct information.
Correct.
And
That's
then
correct.
he'll hold back
Yes.
from giving that information.
And the way you approach people, you have to know how to approach the farmer. Because some farmers, you know, by the time they see you come with the tablet, not farmers alone, you know, whenever you come with it, they say, me, I don't. I remember one case, I went to, I think it was the same thing. But when I say, me, I'm washing a moment, some Jehovah's Witness.
Oh boy.
I said, I am not a Jehovah's Witness, I don't even have a hat and an umbrella. So, you know, they have that, you know, so you have to build that confidence in them. Let them know you come to do something and it is serious, it is in the benefit of them. It is the thing you are going to do is it will benefit them. It is beneficial to the household. And one more thing, we have to take the names of everybody in the household because you might find more than one farmer in the house. So you have to know how many persons are involved in farming in the house or fisher in the household.
Because in one household you may have fishers and farmers.
Yes, and people with bees, different things. So you have to ask them, get the age and ask them if there is any other person involved in farming. Yes, so they will tell you, well, my son has his own plot and, you know, so you know there is another farmer.
So they willingly give you that information?
Yes, they give you the names.
So you don't have a problem in getting it?
No, I never.
Imagine I went to Balka. That was my area. And when I got there, I couldn't find some of my interviewees. I couldn't find them. And I met a farmer along the way. So I stopped to ask him, well, do you know so-and-so? He said, well, no, I have no idea who that is. But what are you doing? I told him, well, we're doing a census questionnaire. Can I take part in it?
Wow.
And he was, listen, the man gave me all the information without any problems.
Wow.
He was more than willing to give me information.
Wow.
Because he knows that whatever information we give, government will use that information now to help them. So he was more than willing. As a matter of fact, he saw his friend passing along and he told me, listen, this guy is doing a census, agricultural census. Do you want to take part? You know, so he was more than willing to help. So I was very, very impressed.
Wow.
Very
so
impressed.
what were the areas that you all did the pilot?
Okay, I did Mikud. I did Mikud. I did the outskirts of Mikud. The Fisher was the village. And I did one in Lacouville, 2 in Omine, that's close to Diga, Miku. I did 2 there and I did a Fisher. I did 4.
So you're given...
you're given the names and the area, like I know my areas because that's the area I work with, statistics department.
Right.
I did 12201, I did 11501. I know the areas. So
Okay.
12202. So I had 2 farmers in 12202, 1 farmer in the fisher was in 115
Okay.
or 6 or something like that.
And you were in the
He
Balka
also
area?
did. He also did my area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I had 2 in Balka, 1 in Saltibus, and then I had 2 in her area.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So what are the advantages of you, the enumerator, in your area where you live to carry the census? Do you believe people will trust you that in that
oh yes.
way?
Oh yeah, I believe the best place to take part in your census is in your community, because I mean the people know you
Okay.
and you know them. So even when they give you the information, you have an idea as to what they have as well. So you can you could verify basically along the way. And they're quick to give, because I mean you have to ask them for the ID, right? If they were fishermen, you have to ask them for the fisher ID and so on. And I had no problems. The people were willing to give me the ID to get the information from it without any problems. I mean, maybe not everyone had my experience, but in my case, I didn't really have any problems with people not willing to give me information.
Okay.
But I believe that as much as possible, if we can get the enumerators in their
Local.
locale,
Yeah.
the work will be a lot easier and faster as well.
Okay. So I suppose that's one of the recommendations
Yes.
you'll make to the authorities
Yeah.
to ensure that happens.
Yes.
So moving forward now that is over, the pilot is over, they are now tabulating, the evaluating. What's the next step?
The next step is the training for the general census,
Okay.
because I think they need 200
Enumerators.
and how
how many supervisors?
I just said 46 or something like that.
Okay.
Maybe, and supervisors to supervise the supervisors.
Supervisors. Yes.
So that's the process that
Yes.
Yes.
So you were an enumerator in the pilot. So right now you're going to be supervisor to
Yes,
supervise.
and also helping to conduct the training.
The training, great.
Yes, but the last census, I supervised the last census.
Okay.
I supervised the last one. So I guess I don't want to
She has
supervise the
knowledge.
supervisors. I want to supervise.
How about you?
Yeah.
You will continue?
Yeah, well, I will continue. I mean, it's exciting work, You get to meet people and understand more about the agricultural industry and even the fisheries industry. So for me, it's about gaining knowledge, and so
Yeah, also
I
an
appreciate
IT
it.
guy.
Yeah.
He's also an IT guy.
Oh well, yeah, well, good. So he fall in line.
So he can help.
Yes.
In that capacity,
Very
he
good,
can help.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, as we're about to end, any interesting words and advice you'd like to give to the public, the farmers and the fishers, that you will be going back to them again?
Yes. Well, for me, I will start sensitizing them, letting them know. I'll ask for some flyers so I can put in the relevant places, like the shops, the church. I have my adopted brother at the Otsa Church. I'll give them some, to let them know there's an upcoming census.
Yeah.
Yes. So right now, there we just have to work with Miss Paul, and because she asked for us to continue until January with her.
Great.
So we are willing to give her our best.
Great.
Yes, going out. We have one more session on the 3rd of December,
Okay.
so we can finalize before the training.
Beautiful.
Yes.
What about you, final?
Yeah, well, my final word would be just to let the farmers know that this is very important.
Yes.
It's not just for the ministry, but it's for the farmers and the fishers as well.
All right.
Because for too long you hear farmers and fishermen crying, oh, I'm perfect. But whatever information we're gathering here will help government now put policies in place, programs in place that will help the farmers, that will help the fishermen.
Programs
That's
moving
right.
forward. Yes.
So I believe it's a very good thing. So let nous venir pour demander question. Pas paix. Vous répondez question, vous répondez ça pas des personnes machin. Et nous ça service ça pour aider et des issues. Et vous avez ça quand des places là as well pour faire plus economically.
Nous simply
That's right.
Could cut down our food import bill.
Amen.
All of these things we will have to take into
Yes,
consideration. So,
definitely.
Well, Anna, I want to thank you.
Yes, Mr.
I
Sidney.
want you to continue doing the good work for us.
Yes, Mr. Sidney.
And also, Mr. Moore, thank you again.
Most
and
welcome, sir.
on whatever experience you gain, pass it on.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
You've been watching Agriculture on the Move. I want to thank you for viewing the program. And of course, the census is very, very important. And don't look at it as though we are trying to trap you, we want to tax you or anything in that regard. It is to get information to know where we at. The last census, like I said, was about almost 17 years ago. So we need to know where we were and where we at now and where we're moving to. Right? Very, very important. Remember, agriculture is our business. Eat fresh, St. Lucia's best. I'm Philip Sidney saying goodbye and see you again.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.